It's Thursday the 9th of March, and I guess I need to talk about the gig last night. So yesterday was International Women's Day, and of course the only way to celebrate that is by putting on a comedy show that is all men with the exception of me. It was a very male night, and not only that, I was old enough to be everyone's mother, with the exception of my dear friend Matt, who was my bringer. The gig was down in the basement, and when I walked in, all the lighting was red. So I was like, come on, think of a joke about Carrie or Sissy Spacek or something like that. And then they changed the lighting and they put this awful light on. I've never had a light quite so bright as that, to the point where you were just, it was like I was being called. Let's put it that way. You could not see anything other than this bright light. So you're just performing to, no one. And I could hear a few titters here and there, but trying to pick up on the energy was quite difficult. In fact, at one point, I forgot what I was saying, and I just said, who knew that you needed sight to be able to remember your jokes? And that seemed to get the biggest laugh of the lot. But, it was a good experience for me. It was definitely not one of my best gigs, but I realised that I've come on a long way, because a gig like that not so long ago would have made me go, no, not doing this anymore. But I'm kind of bringing it on. What I did learn about myself, though, is there was a point where I was sort of flagging, thinking, shall I bother? Shall I just give up? Because it was just such hard work. And I did plough on, but I honestly didn't give it the right energy at the end. And then when I went upstairs again and I was waiting for Matt just before we were leaving, there was a really sweet couple came up to me, pretty much the only real audience, I think, came up to me and said how much they enjoyed my set and would I be performing in the area again, because they'd like to see me again. And I just thought that was so nice, and I felt a bit guilty, because it's like, you know what? I need to do every gig like those two are in the audience somewhere, and not do the gigs just for me. So, lesson learned there. As for today, really nothing to talk about. I'm waiting for a Sainsbury's delivery. See, I'm such a cheapskate. I've said this before, but I'm such a cheapskate. I go for the £1 slots, which is between 7 and 11 o'clock tonight. But hey, what else are you going to do on a Thursday night? Much love and gratitude.